Unfortunate for the Ghana Black Satellites. They suffered elimination yesterday versus Egypt, and we've still been licking our wounds after that disappointment versus the host. Ghana, once again, were wasteful today. We'll talk a bit about them. We'll talk about the positives from the tournament. What needs to change? It means that for the next 2 years, we will not be taking part in under 20. We'll have to wait for another 2 years for an under 20 World Cup opportunity. The work starts now, and I'll be giving my 2 cents on what needs to change. We're also going to talk about Antoine Semenyo. Rumors, the rumor mill is churning out information that Semenyo is a person of interest for Manchester United and he has been contacted. Talks have been held. We'll be getting more details today. As usual, subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. Before we get into today's stories, first of all, I'd like to talk about this community event happened in Tumu. My good friend Fento Teru Fento is going back to where he came from and is going to do something amazing. If you want to support Fento, and I know a lot of people would be interested in doing that, kindly you can reach out to him on Twitter. You can reach out to me here, and we can start a conversation on how you can help him out. An amazing friend, a good guy, all around good and solid guy. Let's help him give back to his community handsomely. He's a great guy. He's really a great guy, and I really appreciate him. His hometown, Tumu, is great. It's great to move. And also, guys, keep subscribing and following us. First of all, on our Instagram page, I'll leave a link. It's a first comment pinned here, and our Twitter page as well. Please pause the video, go into the first comment pinned, and follow us. It doesn't take any more than 10 seconds so that we get right into it. Let's jump right into it. And first of all, we'll talk about the Antoine Semenyo news. Semenyo is a person of interest for Manchester United. After David Olsen revealed a couple of weeks ago when he was on target for side AFC Bournemouth, who are chasing European place, Semenyo has been much talked about. David Olsen said that Amorim is fancies him and he likes Antoine Semenyo. Well, it has just not been about liking. His team have been contacted and talks have been had. Semenyo is someone who would be available for Manchester United should probably the asking price be what they are also looking for. It's great news coming from the front of Antoine Semenyo, but Manchester United in its current form, it could be a slippery slope, but hey, these are some of the risks as footballers you have to take. It could go well, so you have to believe that it could go well. I'm sure he'll analyze things, he'll look at the possibilities and see how far it'll go and see how best it will be for his development. Arsenal are a team who have also expressed interest in the past in Antoine Semenyo. So it'll be up to the Ghanaian to decide where his future lies, whether moving to Manchester United will help him in the long term, or moving into Arsenal, or staying put at AFC Bournemouth, probably for a year at least, will be best for him. But he's held talks with Manchester United, and it is clear that it's progressing. United winning a final, the final this week. The final, I think it will be next week on the 21st of May. The final of the Europa League could sway, because that would mean European and Champions League football would be secured for next season. So yes, it's certainly looks like it's going to be a good time for Semenyo to join Manchester United if they win and go into the Champions League, that is. But Manchester United are not in a great spot right now. They have been struggling in the league. Amorim have been struggling to get wins at home. Recently they lost again. It could be a genius move. He could be the savior for Manchester United, or he could go down the drain and probably derail his development. We hope he makes the right choice. But let me know what you think in the comments box on Antoine Semenyo's move after having talks with Manchester United. The rumors arrive he has had talks with Manchester United. The details of it we will bring you as and when we get them. My next and final story has to do with the Ghana Black Satellites. Unfortunate is that we will not be at the Under-20 World Cup later this year in Chile. It would have been great to see Desmond Ofei and his boys there. There are positives to take from it, but I have always said after the first three games, I said that the Black Satellites are too wasteful in front of goal. They waste a lot of chances. In fact, we were fortunate that we faced a team like Central African Republic who could not punish us. Egypt, the host, did punish us with our first two mistakes, and we went on to waste a lot of chances with the shots. Something we should have shot, we want to pass. Some of the shots were wayward, and then we are lucky to get back into it. A last minute penalty in extra time, we should have scored and won, but once again, wasteful in front of goal. I'm surprised Coach Desmond Ofei could not nip this in the bud. He saw them being wasteful in the other games, because I did. I was watching and I did. They had chances to score, they would let it go. They were not clinical enough. Some would say they are still young, and they would have some learning to do on that front. But this is a tournament, and Desmond Ofei should have done better, in my opinion. He's a good coach. He's a great coach. It's pained me that we were not able to qualify for the World Cup, which would have been the ultimate. The last time we did it, there was COVID, so it did not come off, which was quite painful. It was in 2021, so it hurt me. It hurt me a lot that we did not make it into the next round. But the positives are that we have a team that could be playing one of the best football. The end product is good football to watch, but the end product is also something that we have to call into question, because football most of the time is about results and winning trophies. The boys played well. I like the team cohesion, the understanding. The defense was, well, the least said about it, the better. The captain of the side, miscommunication with the team. I think that these guys need good coaching and training. Most of the team, or most of the players from the team that won the All Africa Games and were in the WAFU, has been heavily changed with new players, and that, in my opinion, is where the issues lie. Why are we in another, I think, of under less than a year or two, changing and wholesale changes and wholesome changes happening in the team so rapidly? A core of the team needs to be maintained. Those that got us through the All Africa Games, some of them were maintained through to this round, but the changes, in my opinion, were a bit too much. And when teams are being built, it's best to build them not because we want to see familiar faces, because when familiar faces are played together, cohesion, understanding, pattern of play, and all that, they understand each other to the point that the coaching would not have to be as intense with every stage or whatever we do. We went for a tournament in Germany. There were some wholesome changes and some new faces in there. Fine, we want to try out things, but the core of the team should always be maintained. And I'll stick with it and say that maybe that's where Desmond Ofei and the boys got it wrong. Desmond Ofei is an amazing coach. He's good, but his decision making in this tournament, and I'll put it at his front. No one should tell me that he was forced to select this or that. We're past that. I'm past blaming coaches or players being forced down the throat of coaches. Like Kinsey didn't like it and he left. If you think that the conditions are not suitable for you to work, please have some integrity and leave the post there. It's as simple as that, in my opinion. And I think that it's disappointing that Ghana did not make it into the World Cup. We are not in the Final Four and hence have not qualified. It's going to be painful pill to swallow. But hopefully we turn things around quickly and do the right things with our football. We are using it for too much business. I understand there's a business side, but then we need to do the right things. The money from the business side of football comes naturally when the right things are done. We don't have under 17 qualification to the World Cup. We don't have under 20 qualification to the World Cup. Let's not miss out on the United States, Mexico, and Canada in 2026. We're in pole position to do that, but the youth teams are suffering, and we need to find a way to solve that. And that's how I end it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. Desmond Ofei and the team have reacted. They should be in town, I think, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And we'll hear from them on their insights and the disappointments of this tournament. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your evening.